Whoa. This is crazy. This is like, it's actually professional almost. How's it going, everyone? My name is Jake, and welcome. Are we live? I can't tell. Here we are, listening to the actual tapes live. I've been terrified to do this for a while now, and it's actually happening. So, welcome. Join me as we... Oh god, this water bottle has been absolutely crushed. I have... I'm only coming through one headphone? Really? Really? Am I only on stereo then? I gotta be... Now, I'm on stereo. Am I really... Wait. First of all, this is brand new to me. Live streaming. Hello, everyone. I'm reading your chat on the side here. All we need is one ear. Am I really coming over in one ear? Because this should be in stereo. There shouldn't... Yeah. This shouldn't be... What the heck? I'm sorry if I scared you. I came out of nowhere. Is this mic level too loud or too quiet? Please let me know in the chat. Therefore, I can change it. How's it going, Well, I should do... What's up, guys? There we go. Seriously, though, is this sound level good enough? Because I'm going to probably put the microphone a little over... Man, left side of headphones. What the heck? Huh. Boy, that's weird. Why is it not in stereo? Huh. Well, it's got to be the software then. Because the pan is normal. Interesting. Oh, yeah. What the heck? Oh, shit. That's not good. Well, how the hell does that work? Now. No, the pan is completely the same. All right. I'm about to give up. Damn it. Why is the pan only on the left side? System audio capture. We're going to figure this out live, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it is so hot in here. That's only 71. It's because I'm on stream. No, okay, so... Everyone's saying that, for me it's in stereo. Everyone's saying that you can only hear it in the left ear. Damn. That's crazy. I'm sorry, everyone. Frick. Yeah, I never even noticed that, actually. Because the pan should be the same. But also... Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't know. All right, I'm about to give up. I'm sorry, everyone. It's going to have to be in one ear. I really do apologize if you're listening to headphones. I wish I knew that. I never even noticed the sound levels. But the audio source from this mic is in stereo, so I'm not sure why it's that bad. Damn. I'm sorry, everyone. I was so excited. I was so happy that I had everything set up. This software is pretty cool, actually. I've never done anything live like this, and I'm streaming it from my computer, so I've never even really thought about that. But other than the left panning thing, does this mic sound all right? It sounds fine. That's what people are saying. Well, that's good. That's really great. I'm sorry if I don't get to read all your chat. There's a lot of people, and I can't go through everything. If you send me a super chat, I'll definitely get to you. However, I'll have to try and keep up. But apparently this sounds fine. So this mic is definitely better than the internal sound. So it's a give or take. I really do apologize, everyone, though. That sucks. Damn it. But everyone's saying it sounds good, so let's go ahead. So this is going to be a pretty crazy stream, actually. I'm kind of scared, to be honest, because I got the tapes. I have the tapes. Now, if you haven't watched the terrifying house video, the Lost in Time video, then please go watch it, because that is going to be the pretty fucking crazy thing. So we are going. Sorry, I'm just moderating the chat. That's another thing that I didn't even expect. But everyone here is, you're all pretty good. $2 from I Have No Life first. Thank you, I Have No Life. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these tapes one by one, and we're going to listen to them, and we are going to, we're going to see what's going on with these, because, well, I'll tell you the stories a little bit into the stream, but for right now, let's take a look, because these are going to be pretty crazy. I got a few. Let me put the mic over here. Let me turn it up, and let me put the mic over here, because we got a few, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few. There's this bunch. That. Bizarrely, this bag smells like fruit. I don't know why. There's more of these. And we got some of these. Where is... It's a Superstore bag, it is. One of these are broken, actually, so one of them we can't. Oh, we're not even getting all of them on camera here. Here we go. I'll stack it above the subscriber counter. Like the narcissistic. That's just plain. Now, I'll preface all of... So that's it. That's all. That's all the stuff we have. Now, what we're... That's a Superstore bag, yeah. I'm sure there's bodies buried in that yard. Listen, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I need to... So the thing cuts off there. Okay. It could smell worse than fruit. Yeah, it could smell like dead bodies. Hold on, you actually took them from the house. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because that's kind of an important issue, because I was thinking about this the other day, or when we took them, and it's like, well, yes, we did take the tapes, and I have two reasons why I wanted to do that. First, well, one reason and one conclusion to that, and that's the tapes, I want to preserve them in some way, because when we recorded them at the house, we only had a little bit of time to do it. Sorry, my mic wasn't even near me. When we were at the house, we didn't really have the time to record them in full, because we were, the car's on the side of the road. We needed to do this and then get out of there. So I wanted to bring them back and record them in full, and that's what we're going to do on this stream. We're going to listen to it together, the full tapes, and then we could document it that way. That's what I wanted to do, because it's really crazy to think that these tapes would be lost in time, It's really, really crazy. Someone random, I just wanted to hear my screen name read. Thank you for the $2. Here's another thing, too, because it would be considered stealing. However, important to me is that we are taking the tapes back. After we're done with this, I'm going to return to the home and actually take these tapes back. I promise they're actually going to go back inside that house. I promise you they will be returned. I'm not intending to keep them, because the day after we had them, we were like, God, I kind of just want to destroy these because they're freaking me out so much. But then I thought, well, you know what? That's destroying history. So whether or not that house gets demolished or whatever happens to it, I'd prefer it to be back inside the building. So as whatever. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen to the tapes. I promise you that's actually what's going to happen. I'm not just saying that as preferably or whatever. They actually are going back. So trust me on that. Impressive. Yeah, I know, right? Stealth Mong, you rock, man. Thank you very much. Gordon's rap shall be upon you. That's one of the things, because when we had the tapes, I'm not kidding. So what we did, Matt was sleeping over actually in my office, and we were listening to them at like 2 a.m. And Matt was sleeping on a cot right there. And he was like, get these tapes out of here. I don't want to sleep with them. They were freaking us out. I mean, they really were. I'm freaked out to listen to them right now. So it's going to be weird. The stream will be on our channel once the stream is done, yes. Are you going to rip them to CD and save the raw audio? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cassette recorder and transfer that into digital and then do whatever I want with that once that's on digital. Love you, Jake, but get on with it. All right, let's get on with it, ladies and gentlemen. So what should we start with? The main one is the cassette where Gordon... Sorry for taking so long. I'm a rambler. The cassette where Gordon... Actually, I may need your guys' help in the chat. I'm not too loud, am I? I may need your guys' help because I don't know which tape is from the video. There are a lot of tapes here. Let me get rid of this, and I'll scatter these guys over here too, so you can see the true depth and scale of how many we have. Who knows what's going to be on these because I'm listening to them for the first time. Johnny Wright, thank you very much for the 99 cents. Tia Zelli, thank you very much. Tita Zelli, thank you very much for the $10. Really do appreciate that. I love this tape because it has the Canadian Radio Shack logo on it. It's so awesome. I love it. You should preserve them and turn them... Yeah, I mean, you could do that. Well, it depends on what's on them. Who knows? So let's start with... The ones preserved are going to be probably the best. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys, for the left audio. I know, Jake, balance your mics. I literally can't. I'm looking at it here, and it's recording on stereo, but I don't know what's going on with it. I apologize if you're listening to headphones. I really am. So this says, recording when Velma 1990, Brand Hill was here Wednesday, June 27th, recorded some to lol. I don't know. Take a look at this. This is what it says. Hang on. Recording when Volua? I don't know. So this is going to be the first one. Left ear gang. Turn on mono. I promise you, it's not recording on mono because I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm such an anal person about audio too. It sucks. All right, so let's put this one in. This one, oh shit, there's more. Oh, it's swing music on the back. So one of the sides is gonna be something. So let's try this out together, shall we? Ooh, wait. You know what this one is? This is the tape from the this is the tape from the woman listening, or the woman that was coming over was a social worker or something. That's what this was. Yeah. So this is kind of, I wanted to save this one, but whatever. Let's just go ahead with it. This is after where we left off in the video. So actually, let me rewind it just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead with this.
I don't know how it come about. See, my mother wasn't too, she was a good housekeeper, but she was kind of stupid in some other ways. Why she never informed me about this, I don't know, but it was becoming, more and more apparent she was acting kind of queer. Oh. It started about 10 years ago, like 1979, she got a hearing aid, and I didn't know what she needed a hearing aid for. Mm-hmm. But she got real upset around the winter of 1982, and that's when she started telling me about her will. Mm-hmm. But you would think by this will that any money my mother had, she died, became mine. Mm-hmm. But when my brother withdrew her bank transfer in Denver, we bought a $2,000 video camcorder and went to Vancouver to Expo 86 or something. Well, always seemed to me kind of strange. I see. He must have used my mother's money to get that camcorder because his wife had said he wasn't saving any money.
Yeah, that sometimes happens in families, doesn't it? They can annoy. So your name is not on this property, then it's still in your mother's name.
Well, I consider it my mother's as long as she's alive.
Sure.
Whoa! He just said his name is not on the property. That's fascinating. Very fascinating, considering both his parents are dead. Interesting.
See, the truth of it was that I was any more retired than the rest of the family. I did a lot of work here in town, but my dad never made it.
Yeah.
And really, when he first got this welfare, it came to him. It was really my dad's financial aid.
Yeah.
And it was that year that he paid his expenses going to teacher's college in Hamilton. If I talk kind of funny, it's because I got my upper teeth out.
Yeah.
But
Did you ever consider getting some dentures?
yeah, I got upper teeth.
Oh, you
I
do?
don't
Don't have them in yet.
Dentures, so he's an old guy
So
in
you
this.
don't have any money invested in a business, or you haven't bought or sold anything major since last time you reported?
No.
And is there any money coming into from anybody else other than us?
No. See, the truth of it is, it isn't that I didn't work here or help out. I did a lot. The problem was money. See, my dad never really made ends meet.
Yeah. Well, years ago it was hard if you didn't, have a good job or education or that. It was hard. How old was your dad when he died?
I was 74 years old. He died in 1971. But he wouldn't have died so soon, but he'd been suffering blackouts. Well, that occurred ever since he was a man about 40 years old. He'd have these blackouts, But he never had one when he was driving a car. Usually when he was at home worrying about his finances. But they thought up at London, the Veterans Hospital, they'd try and find out what was wrong with him, and they just had him go up there too much, and the last time he was up there, his blood went bad on him, and he suffered a stroke and died. I remember him saying he would rather than writing a letter wanting to go up.
Yeah.
But it's true if he refused to gone up there. He said they told him if he didn't come up, they'd send the ambulance after him, but he absolutely refused. I don't think they could have forced him, but they might have cut off his veterans allowance.
Yeah. Do you apply for the tax credits? Do you file income tax with the ND for your tax credit?
No.
No? Okay. You can. You pick up forms at the post office, and there's one in there, fill out for the GST, and you could file for that, and they would send you a little extra money.
Well, I might look into that. See, I'd always taken for granted because this was, I was getting this social services check that,
You weren't entitled to anything else?
yeah. See,
But the tax credits you are entitled to, and we don't deduct that from your income. So
when my mother was living here and I had a car run, I used to drive her up to Kilburn and we paid the taxes and things like that, the property taxes out of her money.
yeah,
But,
things are different now, eh?
Someone just said to recap the tapes. It's kind of hard to hear. It's really quiet, and I'm assuming because he recorded it from a distance. But basically, he was talking about his father's death. And by the way, if you don't know which one this is actually the rest of the tape that we show in the video itself, where the social worker or whoever it is. It's interesting because in this, and by the way, this is the first time I'm listening to it too. He's talking about tax returns, and she's talking about tax returns and saying that you can save money on it. So bizarre that maybe a social worker would suggest that. I don't know. Very, very odd. I'll give some more information on Gordon and the house a little bit later in this live stream, because we did find a few more things and a lot more weird things too. A lot more weird things. Let's go through this tape and then I'll explain that a little bit later. But yeah, that's weird. That's very weird. Let's continue on with this tape.
sure, I could get one of those tax learners studies anyway.
Yeah. How far did you go in school? You seem quite intelligent.
Well, I actually started high school, but I dropped out, and part of the reason was because this girl I liked in school, I got kind of
Whoa. What the? That scared the hell out of me. That genuinely scared me. Huh. That was weird. Let me listen to that again.
Credits you are entitled to, and we don't deduct that from your income. So,
When my mother was living here and had a car when I used to drive her up to Children Pit.
yeah. How far did you go to school? You seem quite intelligent.
How far did you go in school? That's what she just said. How far did you go in school because you seem quite intelligent? And he said he dropped out in high school. Interesting. I know everyone who's saying the audio's coming on the left. I'm sorry for that. I can't really fix that because I don't know how. Literally, I'm running my microphone through a Red Scarlet, and there's really no choice to switch from mono to stereo. I apologize. It's just something we're gonna have to live with. Boy, that's weird. So that's the entire side then, or is it? I'm a little confused on how cassette tapes work. I'll be honest. I was born in the late '90s. Why did it stop? Out of curiosity. Also, my tape recorder just broke, I think. Or did it? Whoa. Oh, it's a handle. That's fascinating. Haley Carr, thank you very much for the $4. I appreciate it. Now, why is it stopping like that? Out of curiosity. Okay, so there is more. I apologize. I thought that was it. Let's continue listening.
Sure. What is your brother's first name?
Donald.
Donald Lee.
He goes by his first name. His second name's Roger. But he's known as Donald.
And where does
Donald
Donald
Lee.
live?
At Mount Hope on Strathern Street. 37 Strathern Street.
No, see, it's like stopping. Sorry, it's like stopping when it's not finished. It's like halfway through, which is odd because we're only halfway through the actual tape itself. That's odd. Very, very odd. I don't know. Let's keep playing it.
What was the number again?
I think it's 37.
37.
Strathern Street.
Strathern Street in Dundalk?
Mount Hope.
Mount Hope.
Oh, you know what? It does have an AC adapter. I don't know what happened to that AC adapter, to be honest, though. Christ, what did I do with that thing? It did come with one. Yeah. Is this it? It did come with an AC adapter. I totally forgot about that. But is this the right one? Oh my god. Genius. Whoever suggested that is an absolute genius. I'm sorry for delaying this, but I will run this off of battery power. There's a Disney Cruise Line brochure. I'll figure this out. Don't worry, everyone. We'll get this set up. It'll happen. What am I unplugging here? This office is an absolute catastrophe. Alright. Bring this over here. Okay. And bada boom, bada bang. We're running off of actual power, not battery. That may be it. Who knows? Alright, let's try and continue. Christ. I'm sorry, everyone. This is what happens. I just got back from vacation. I have not been prepared for this. Oh, I wish I had the audio cables, actually. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, there it is. I got 37 straps in there.
Okay. The phone number is?
Well, I'm not just sure. I'll look it up on here on a piece of paper. There it is, right there. That one right there.
I'll put that back to you again, please. Don't lose it. Okay. Do you pay fire insurance here?
My brother looks after
He
all
looks
this.
after that. What about heating costs? Do you pay anything?
Well, he pays the electric bill, but of course I've been burning wood here and some too to help keep down the.
Okay.
I've been burning wood here. No electric bill, or
Like in
not
the
much.
spring, I gathered up a lot of tree limbs that broke off due to icing in the winter, and I've also been sawing down some dead trees.
Yeah. That's good. Have you been in hospital any time in the last year, Gordon?
No,
Have you traveled out of Ontario any time in the last year?
no.
No
Are you
trouble.
on a special diet? Are you diabetic?
No,
Okay. Do you have any life insurance on yourself?
no.
No life insurance.
Now, do you wear glasses?
Yeah, I have glasses.
Okay. How long ago did you have new glasses?
Oh, I guess last time I got. I can't count the frames because somebody broke my frames and I bought new ones for it, but the lenses, it might have been 20 years ago.
Oh, really? Well, if you get to the point where you need new ones, give me a call at the office, and I will send you out a form to take to the optometrist so you don't have to pay for your glasses, okay? Your hearing seems to be fine. There we go.
Okay.
So, any other needs that aren't being met, or is everything going along pretty good? Are you a good cook?
Oh, I get along okay. I drink lots of water, as long as I have water
That's the main
and some
thing.
bread to eat.
I wonder why it's doing that.
It doesn't take much heat to warm it up.
Yeah, do you have a refrigerator?
Yeah, well, the only thing I keep really frozen is our ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
But I've sort of given up buying frozen dinners. They're not only expensive, but I figure it takes more energy to thaw them out and heat them up.
That's right, it does.
One thing I do buy a lot of is oranges. I like to eat lots of oranges.
Mm-hmm.
I like lots of fruit and vegetables.
Oh, that's good. Then you're a healthy person.
I'm not much of a person for meat and eggs.
Yeah. You'll live a long time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have troubles coming on from getting overweight. They,
And eating too much fatty foods. Right. Okay, I'll let you look over that, Gordon.
God, it freaks me out every time it does that. I don't know why.
Down there is correct, and then I'll get you to sign the
I think it
back.
might be stiff. So, people keep asking me to recap them. Basically, what's happening in this so far is that he's telling her what if he's paying electric bills, if he has health insurance. So I'm assuming, now I don't know too much about it, but it sounds, so bored 154 is saying it sounds like a social worker. That's what it sounds like, right? It's a social worker, I think. It's interesting that she goes to the house. I think earlier in the actual video she says every 3 every 3 years. Yeah, and they send a social worker for a wellness check every 3 months, right? Yeah. But that's what it sounds like. And it's interesting. So the house is under someone else's name. His brother is looking after certain bills for the home, which is also interesting. And this is in Canada, so I'm sorry if you can't hear it. This tape in particular is very quiet. So let's keep going, but I will talk a little bit about who he was a little later in the stream, like I said. And once again, I apologize for the left ear thing. This microphone, my Scarlett does not have a channel meter, and I can't change that. I'm very sorry. The date on the tape, that's a good question, actually. The date on the tape is June 27th, 1990. Yeah, this is all recorded on Sanyo Stereo. Interesting. Yeah, June 27th, 1990. This is dated. So quite a while ago. Let's keep going. Ah, that's not good.
Do you want to keep that or not?
Oh, yeah, I'll keep that and just keep it inside.
I've always been trying to give 10% of that to like home care and the VON because they go up to Mount Hope and look after my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like $20 a month to the VON in Hamilton and $20 to Diane McDonald up there who comes and visits my brothers and looks after my mother about once or twice a week.
Okay, good. Good enough. So there's no problems when I send out the blue form, you can fill those out and send them back to me the next couple of years?
Yeah.
Okay, and if there is any problems at all, you have my card, you can give me a shout.
That's it?
And, be happy to.
Yeah, my dad had been wise enough to bought a ledger book every year and kept accurate accounts. It showed what we all did.
Yeah,
It would have plainly showed I did about as much work here as anybody else.
I bet you did too.
And it would also show that my dad wasn't making anything to live on.
Yeah. Well, ministers never really wear
Gotcha.
paid very much.
See, my brother, he got fed up with no money here either years ago, and he went and tried looking for jobs. Well, he had different jobs. He didn't some he quit on purpose, but like on the county roads, he got laid off, and then he,
How many was in your family?
well, I'm the oldest, and then my sister, who lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who's married, and then my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa, named Walter, but,
Wait, what?
So there was
I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa.
Wait. Did everyone just hear that? I had another... Sorry, that's so loud. I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa. That's what he said, right? My brother. I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa. What? I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa. That's what he just said. Bizarre. Interesting. I'm trying to think of Africa. Oh, died in an incident? Is that what he... Hang on, let me listen to it again. No, it's Africa. It's Africa. It's not incident. It's Africa. There's an F. Boy, that's weird. It's not an... It didn't say accident. It said He said Africa. It's not accident. There's an F. Listen to... I'll have everyone listen to it again.
He's married, and then my brother. I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa, named Walter, but also Oklahoma. He's married, and then my brother. I had another brother, too, that died out in Africa, named Walter, but
There's towns named Africa? That's weird.
there was four of you. Did you always live in this area, or did you move about?
We've lived here ever since the fall of 1948.
There was a letter from Nigeria. Huh.
That's a long time. Well, nice meeting you, Gordon, and I better run along. Sorry about the confusion of not getting out on Tuesday when I said I would come out, but...
I'm glad you didn't come when I went up Kansas.
Gordon, and I better run along. Sorry about the confusion of not getting out on Tuesday when I said I would come out, but...
I'm glad you didn't come when I went up Kansas for about 2 p.m. But...
Yeah, but I had to go to London to a meeting yesterday, so...
Okay.
Anyway, take care. We'll see you again.
Okay, thanks.
That was it. Huh. Weird. Really, really weird. And then the other side. Ah, God, I have a weird hearing thing after listening to that. Maybe I'm being possessed. God, these tapes freak me the hell out. I'm not kidding. Oh my God. When was the attic fire? I believe it was 1957, I think. I think he said died. Or maybe not. Maybe you're right. How old is the man on the tape? Here he was talking about... So Gordon on the tape is talking about dentures. So I'm assuming... Well, if he was born in 1928, so do the math, in 1990. He was relatively older. He's definitely old now. And that's another thing, too, about this man. It's kind of weird to listen to these tapes because, no, they're definitely not tangled up in the machine. It's fine. Thank you, though. No, this tape was from 1990. Yeah, okay. So, this is the other side. A lot of people who... Some nice jazz. A lot of people who said his brother was doing something in Africa and he died there. What I'm assuming, because this home is missionaries, his father was a pastor, a priest, or something. Probably not a priest, a pastor. Was he a pastor? I don't know. Something in the religious world. It's possible that his brothers, his sisters were missionaries. So that could be a reason why they were in Africa. Anyway, let's continue with the jazz. Sipping brandy, listening to music. It's a wonderful world. This is quite nice. Yeah. Audio is in left ear, just for those of you who don't know still. My mic, for whatever reason, is only recording on one channel. I don't know why. I wish I could change it. But we're stuck with this. I'm very sorry. So this is just jazz, it sounds like. Let me rewind it all the way to the beginning. Yeah, that's... Boy, that was weird. My ear... I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. My ear got, almost... It felt like I had a developing headache, and now it's just gone. but I don't know what the hell that was. That was really weird. It felt like my ear was like muzzled or something. Boy, that was weird. Planes and trains. That's a really good idea. Smooth jazz playing in the background. It's nice. So this is the beginning of the other side of the tape. Just jazz. All right. Interesting. So that's it then. The jazz undoes the curse. This is quite nice, actually. You were straining to hear with your... That's possible, actually. Yeah. Everyone's freaking me out. Oh, my God. So let me go over a little... So that's it. That's it with this tape. Swing music. So the other side, yeah. The other side says swing music... FM 108, Saturday morning, July 14th, 1990. Recorded on Sanyo stereo. So that's that tape. Interesting stuff on this one, though. That was a quick social worker visit, if that's the case. I got no idea. So the thing with this house is, it's so weird how little is actually known about it. Some people have done their research, and I'll go do that right now. And I'll just tell you a little bit. Out of curiosity, I'm still going, right? Please digitize the tapes. Yes, don't worry, I definitely will. In some form, digitize these tapes. Oh, God. The animal killings is just very odd. Now, there was a poster on the YouTube, on the video itself, who did a lot of really cool research. I got a few emails, actually, talking about some of the research people have done, and it's even beyond what I was able to find, because there was some very odd things about this house, you know? Like, some of the more mysterious facts... And it's some stuff that Emmy, Matt, and Brennan doesn't think this is creepy at all. But Emmy, Matt, and I were like theorizing how this could have happened. See, the weird thing is, there's a Google Earth image of this house, or Street View actually, from 2007, where the lawn is cut, but there's no power. The power line is actually dangling down. So the house didn't have power in 2007, but after, I think, 2014, the grass started to overgrow, and then that's where the house was, like, fully in its abandoned state. Oh, God, I'm going to get nightmares from these tapes, that's for sure. Classic Gamer 74. But the weird thing is, the house apparently was supposed to be abandoned in 2001, I believe. So... that begs the question. There's a lot of questions here because Gordon himself, he's not dead. He's alive. From what we understand, the gravestone where he is supposed to be buried, he is still alive. Don't know where. Don't know how to get much information on him, to be honest. And that's another thing because I hate to, you know, theorize these negative things about him because it is weird stuff. However, someone like this very well could be a mentally disabled person. At what point does it become like, okay, yeah, we're just harassing a mentally disabled person, you know? It's a person who lives out in the country, potentially has mental issues. It's, 2001 coincidence, I don't think so. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're theorizing these things about him, because he is a person who is still alive. And he has some sort of issue. So it's something to keep in mind when you think about it. But anyway, that begs the question, if the house is abandoned in 2001 and Gordon is still alive, then what happened to him? Where did he go? You know, why was all the belongings in the house still there? Why were there over 7 to 12 beds in the house? Why are there artifacts from 1950s, 1970s, all the way up to the 1990s? Like, why is all that stuff there? It's just very odd. It really is very, very odd. Good question, LOTW Studios. How do we still know that he's alive? So actually, someone found a picture of the gravestone where he is supposed to be buried in Ontario, in a little cemetery in Ontario, and there's the names of his mother who died in no his father who died in the 70s, his mother who died in the 90s, and then him who has a birth date of 1928 and no death date. So presumably he's not buried there, or he did die somewhere else and he wasn't buried there. I'm not sure. My mom is somewhat of an expert in the medical field, and I asked her about that. If say he were to pass away somewhere else, would they need to bury him where he is supposed to be and then place that on the tombstone? It depends. Would anyone pay for that? Because the hospital probably won't. So it's a possibility that he isn't alive still. But who knows about that, really? That's kind of the gray area of what we really don't. Well, there's a lot what we don't know, but that one particular thing, because it doesn't really. Who knows, really? So that's weird. A lot of weird things were actually, I don't know if many people noticed when I was zooming into the animal, the deceased animals, the mutilated animals on the collage. There's written on the side of the barn saying Gordon something something. It's so faded, it's hard to see. But there's actually an animal hanging from the barn in that picture. And I didn't even notice that until I was editing. Actually, my dad pointed it out to me. But I didn't even notice it until I was editing it. So that's like a freaking crazy thing. I mean, oh my God. Ugh. It's awful. He could still be alive. Yeah, he would be 91. That's right. 91. It's possible that he is still alive. For sure. Now, that's another thing. So, Daily Who 0101, they say maybe he left the home because both of his parents passed. What was the most recent dates of the things there? So the most recent dates that we were able to find were the late 90s. I think the only date that we could find was 1998. That was the latest we could find, I think. But there were calendars. That's another thing. There were calendars. God damn you, emojis. There were calendars dated to the 70s, still hanging up. It doesn't make any sense. And actually, if you look at what's her name, Trixie Trek, Tiki Trek. Yes, she does great videos, really cool explorations. Very laid back. She seems like a wonderful person. But she actually shows a calendar in the home. She filmed this in 2014. She actually shows a calendar, and written on the bottom of the calendar, I think, say 2010, 2011, and it goes all the way up to 2019. Now that's weird. That's really weird, right? I mean, bizarre. So everyone who's asking about the address, I'm so sorry, but I really can't give the address out. There's a lot of reasons why. Just because I give it to you doesn't mean that, it won't get out to other people, and I don't want this place being rummaged through and trashed. If you know about it, that's great, but if you don't, it's one of those things, Definitely don't want to put it out online. Maybe if you're in the area or something and you want to check it out, maybe I'll pass it over to you. But yeah. So let me go through another tape, and then I'll get to the history that we know about. We absolutely know about. And the other theory I'm seeing, someone just said it, the squatters, bad dog gaming. Could it have been squatters living in the house? And it's hard to think that there were squatters. The beds in there did not look like, squatter beds. The home itself is out in the middle of nowhere, and there's not really any evidence of people living in there past, the 90s. So, who knows? Jake, do you have a Discord server? I do. I don't know what it is right now, though. I let other people run it. So let's get back to the cassettes, the cassette tapes. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate this. This is really, I'm having fun. This is really cool. It's fun interacting with everyone. It's cool going through this for the first time with all of you. Because you guys are interested in this too, and I'm really this is fascinating to me. I mean, we're listening to tapes that have potentially never been listened to before ever, and we're doing it. It's just really cool. It's really cool. We're listening to things that otherwise would have never been heard, probably ever again. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So let's get back to the tapes. Sorry, I keep going over the chat. So there are a lot of tapes here that say found alongside of highway, and they are mostly music, I think. So this one says found along highway between city and city, August 1997. So let's take a look at here. Yeah, someone just gave you the Discord server. Hopefully that's ours. If it's not, that'll be really mean and sad. Yeah, so let's get back to this. I'm having a blast. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Norweg. Hi, Jake. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's get back to it. Oh, I see. Rewind. Wait. What? Oh, it's rewinding. Sorry. We're going to have to wait for it to rewind for a sec. Ooh, random highway music, I know. Will this be a re-upload? Yes, this will be after the stream is done. We'll have everyone, listen to it. Been waiting for this all week. Thank you so much, War on Memes. It's the War on Memes. He found this tape along the highway. That's what I think these mean, yes. Also, hi from Ireland. Hello. So excited for the stream. That was so interesting. It's such an interesting house. It really is. All right, so we're about... What are we at here? Oh, we're more than enough. Let's hear what's on Found Along Highway 1997. Yes, it's all just music. Say whatever you will about Gordon. He has some fine music taste. So this one's kind of a dud, then, I guess. I'm assuming there's nothing on the other side, right? Let's just try it. God, that's loud. This is a nice beat. Did he just walk along the highways looking for cassettes? I mean, it's possible. So this one's just music then, August 1997. So that's that tape. Moving on. But let's wait for this one, actually. That one's kind of interesting. Found along highway. This one's really wrecked. You know what? I don't even think there's a point in playing this one. This one's completely destroyed. So, yeah. Yeah. Completely destroyed. Not worth. This is another cassette found along highway between City and Switty. Switty. City. Near town line, September 6th, 1995. So, let's go ahead and do this one. Oh, this is Led Zeppelin. Or is it? Swan Song Inc. Alright. Let's try it. I can't tell where the tape is. If it's some Led Zeppelin, all of them are... Where's Brennan? Brennan's in Baltimore right now. I don't know why I'm not with him. He could have just waited for me, and then we could have both saw Dan. I have... Gordon must love highways. Okay, that is definitely not Led Zeppelin. Or is it? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, so that's... this cassette was found along highway. So, that's that. Now let's... what do we got here? Mastercraft. Eric... Ooh, this is an interesting one. I remember hearing just a tiny bit of this. Oh, this is... Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, no kidding. So, does anyone... Oh, there's more on the back. Ooh, this will be cool. This will be really cool, actually. I think all of you are going to really like this one. Because I remember hearing just a tad bit... Or I remember Brennan saying something about this while we were in the house. So this is... well, first of all, actually, I want to see if anyone can date this. By the people who are just joining us and are asking about Gordon, if he died or whatever. We don't know if he's dead. His tombstone does not have a death date on it. It's potentially he's still alive. We don't know. But this is very interesting because this is a distributor, Canadian Tire Corporation Limited, Toronto, Canada, and it's a Mastercraft. And what it says on the front is Air Crash Survivors, May 5th, 1979. So this is an old tape. And I'll show you this one. Really, really cool. Mastercraft. So I wonder if... are you an admin of the server? My research role got removed after I left for a bit. I don't spend too much time on Discord. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'd have to... Maybe I'll go on. I'm sorry. This is fun, though. I really enjoyed this. I just read everyone's comments. It's very exciting. All right, so, where are we at? Let's rewind this a little bit more and play it from the very beginning. I can't get this tape in. What the hell? What? All right. Interesting. So let's rewind this all the way. This one's going to be really interesting. Air Crash Survivors 1979. Boy, that's old. This is a really old one. Here we go. Let's try it out.
It wasn't the kind of story to put on at Christmas. And I screamed back at him that it certainly was a story like this, because it was a story of courage and went the ultimate route in order to survive, and I was more interested in their survival and their will to survive, and what depths, what well did they have to plumb in order to survive. Today we welcome, as our guests, Donna Johnson and Brent Dyer, two young Canadians from Estevan, Saskatchewan, who went down in a small plane in the mountains of Idaho, and they lived through the crash. They were both injured, although Brent was injured more seriously. The pilot was mortally injured. His head, I believe, hit the throttle, and he eventually died some distance from the aircraft after he stumbled out. This was on May the 5th, 1979. You may have heard the story. There was a fourth person aboard that plane, Mr. Johnson, Donna's dad, and Brent's father-in-law. He lived through the crash, but sometime afterwards, and it doesn't really matter, it was a few hours, I believe, he draped his coat, his leather coat, over his daughter's shoulder. And I believe he froze to death. Mr. Johnson had given, as Peter Zosky, the author, wrote in his book, his kid one last present. It was the action of Mr. Johnson that gave both these young people the will to carry on and fight to survive. Is that true?
Yes, the idea of the gift of the coat, it was the first thing I noticed when I woke up. Donna was screaming, "Dad's dead,
Yes.
Dad's dead."
Yeah.
And when I turned around, that was the first thing I noticed.
Had he frozen to death? You don't know.
I don't honestly know.
But in the book, later on, all the time it's, you know, when you have to go the ultimate way to try and stay alive, which was eating flesh. And I don't want to dwell upon this too much because it's rather a personal thing, although I'm going to ask you later why you got the book written. You keep coming back to this. Dad wanted us to live. He wanted us to live. We've got to fight on. Isn't that true, Don?
Yes, like how Brent said, like, he gave me his coat. He gave up his life so I could live. And we couldn't just turn around and die on the mountainside. We had to get back to our families that were waiting for us.
All right. You had a mom and a sister, Cindy, to go back to. Brent had two young boys, and your sister is what, Cindy, to go back to. Maybe he had more as a father to fight for than you did. Maybe.
We talked that of the people back home, that if nobody came out, none of us,
Yeah.
that Cindy had the greatest loss.
Yes.
Her mother lost a husband
Yes.
and a daughter. My family lost a son. But Cindy, she lost a husband,
Yes.
she lost a sister, she lost a father. And this was part of the reason it kept us going, that we were coming back out for everybody.
What can you remember when you came to after the crash? What did you feel, Brent? Now, your mouth was all smashed, your teeth and all the rest of it, and it all went rotten later. You had a hell of a time with your mouth. You were more seriously injured than Donna, weren't you?
As far as cuts and
Yeah.
breaks,
What did you both feel when you came to on that mountain in Idaho? What were we up about 10,000 feet?
right.
So, this is a tape from apparently an air crash in 1979 where people... Now, I'm curious. Someone go look up... Someone in that chat, if you can, please go take try and find the specific crash. It says May 1979. And apparently it's a crash in Idaho? A crash in the mountains or something like that. So... if someone can find it, that would be really interesting. But basically, there's a reporter that does sound like Morgan Freeman. Very, very interesting. And the whispering, there's like, boy, the ambient noise in that's just so creepy too. Ugh. So I'm gonna go ahead further in the tape a little bit just to see if there's anything new. He is a good reporter, though. I mean, this guy, whoever he is, he's really good.
He kept trying to, he kind of made us understand by actions, this type of thing, and you could see he was struggling, and he couldn't understand why we couldn't understand him.
Boy, oh boy. And then he went off, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they found him not very far away from about a mile.
Right.
Did you try and stop him from going? Or were you just too weak?
Neither of us could move it. He seemed to be pointed down the canyon, and neither of us remember actually entering the canyon, and we had hoped that he had seen something on the way in that he remembered, because he almost acted like he was yelling at something down there.
For pilots in our audience who wanted to know what happened to the plane, the weather was very bad and they were high over the mountains of Idaho and everything started to ice up.
So American Airlines, it seems, American Airlines flight 191 on May 25th, 1979. Yeah. Interesting. Good job, good job, everyone. That was some good detective work in a pretty quick period of time.
Yeah, we just couldn't get any height.
All right. What? You had light summer clothing. You had no food. What did you have?
We had a few things like
Candies.
sunflower seeds. Yeah.
Sunflower seeds. Or you're going to fight a mountain cold with the sunflower seeds, and you had some toothpaste.
All right.
And you had nothing to drink.
Not at that time. We had flown a couple of bottles of Pepsi
Yep, you drank
shortly
that.
after, but then there was nothing.
4 people crash in a Cessna. It's not Flight 192. See, this one, it sounds like a smaller aircraft, and it's... Yeah, I think everyone's right. It probably isn't that, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I see all of you. Single-engine plane. Yeah. Here, let me give you that. It's a crash, says everyone died. Yeah, this is something in the mountains. I think he said Idaho, though, didn't he? He said Idaho, or possibly he said somewhere in the mountains. So I don't know.
We're going to plumb the depths a bit more with these two young people, but if you have a question, 645-3211. If you're phoning from out of town, 645-3211, and call collect. The lines are now open, and this is a sensitive subject. Right? We'll be back. Black Diamond is good. Black Diamond has zing. Black Diamond is not the same old thing. Black Diamond is fresh. Black Diamond is wow. Black Diamond glorifies the Canadian cow. Black Diamond is great. Processed cheese food. Black Diamond is Canadian. Processed cheese food. Black Diamond is your processed cheese food. Why not? Break a habit and grab it.
What the hell kind of commercial is that?
Secret pantyhose. Let's find out why.
Gotta be Secret Fit. It's such a terrific fitting pantyhose. I think it's comfort. Secret pantyhose are really comfortable. Simple. Secret gives me good wear, and that gives me good value.
It's easy to see why more and more women are wearing Secret pantyhose.
Fit, comfort, value.
It's never been a secret to me.
Try Secret Control Top Pantyhose. Sheer where it shows, control where you need it, and great fit. It's People's Jewelers.
Jesus, I hate when it does that.
An explosion of fiery diamonds. People's Jewelers has been selling quality diamonds for over 6...
Why does it do that? Does anyone know how cassette tape recorders work? I don't know why that took me so long to say that sentence. Boy, this is pantyhose. Lots of jewel. That's a.
No idea where we'd come down. All I took along was $3 of American Express card. For one thing, we could have used it for the plane ride home. And you get $75,000 in travel accident insurance every time you buy tickets on the card. We should cover traveling in this thing.
Oh God, why does it do that? I'm not kidding. The tape itself is fine. Ugh. Or maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. It should just play normally. It's never done that before. And this is brand new.
To apply for a card, look for this display wherever the card is welcomed.
American Express cards.
So this was off of TV then. That's probably why there's that ambient white noise, because this was off of TV. Because the person on that just said, if it looks like this, so there's obviously a visual aspect to it, probably meaning it's a television.
Here's a book by Peter Zosky, The Sacrament, the story of these two young Canadians from Estevan, Saskatchewan, who existed on this mountaintop in Idaho for 19 days before they walked out and came across this strange family that lived up in the hills and who thought you were hippies. wanting something for nothing. But there's lots more to tell.
Just on as a side note, Avengers broke $1.2 billion in its opening weekend. Oh my god. What the hell? That's actually insane.
On the plane for how long? Before you decided that they weren't going to find you from the air, and you had to walk out. 2 weeks?
So,
And 4 hours, I think. Because I think Brent said, we've been here 2 weeks, and you said you had 2 weeks.
so this is definitely Idaho, he says. Plane crash. I can't imagine it's a commercial airliner. Perhaps this isn't even a major air disaster and wasn't even that cataloged that, or it wasn't cataloged that well. So who knows? But it's off of television, so there's a news report on it. It had to be somewhat significant. Ugh. God, that's an awful noise.
Something.
That day,
Not with much
I
success.
wasn't strong enough to pull the snare tight.
But when Donna banged the power bag and broke one of the little containers holding some of the gasoline from the plane, you were very gentle with her.
Ugh. God, that's awful.
One or two of your relatives twigged as to how you managed to stay alive.
No,
And on the phone? Did he talk to you down there?
no. I made the phone call.
And didn't somebody say, don't?
Yeah, I don't know. Ugh.
This is what we wanted to get out for our families.
This tape is especially making awful noises.
I thank him.
All right, so that's just a news report then of that, and it's almost done. Well, it's halfway through, so I can't imagine there's much more. Let's go to the back though. Oh, here we go. Airplane. Here's some more. Should have just looked on the back. Here's some more information. Airplane collision at Mount Hope. June. Oh, this is a different plane crash. Oh, June 21st, 1984. Donna Johnson, Brent Dare, Estevan, Saskatchewan. So this is the other side of that tape then. That's the other side. Will it focus on that if my face isn't in it? I don't know. There are really no good tape recorders anymore. They got that right. So this one's halfway through, so let's just join in halfway through. What's really weird about these tapes too, all I hear is the left. I'm sorry, my mic is broken. Or my mic, it's a software thing. All these tapes basically were picking up where they were last left off. So the last time we're listening to the tapes just as where Gordon possibly had been listening to them last.
Really up against it, and they decide to live. They'll go to almost any lengths. Any lengths. What about the eating of the pine cones? You were worried about him eating, and you said, well, they're Saskatoons and pine cones. Well, when you even get down to eating that stuff.
Well, yeah, the seaweed in the stream.
Yeah.
Well, there must be nourishment, we've told ourselves, there's got to be something.
This just sounds exactly the same.
These should have some kind of special sort of laws that they have to have special provisions on these aircraft.
Okay. Fine.
And if they don't have it, that they shouldn't be let on in these types.
Good question. You didn't have a lot of survival kit on this, did you?
The only thing we had was a first aid kit, that big.
All right, and you were going down to get a dog.
Yeah.
And what's that dog called?
I don't know about this. Also, why is this damn tape recorder doing this? Well, that's just interesting, but it's nothing too significant. Well, I mean, it's interesting to hear Brent Dyer Estevan, Donna Johnson. I wonder what that means, though. So that's interesting. I wonder why there's two different dates. Air crash survivors, May 5th, 1979, and then there's airplane collision at Mount Hope, June 21st, 1984. Interesting. So that's that tape then. That's about all there is on that. It's just a news report, which is it's interesting. Let's go to the next one. What else we got here? What's this one? Sexy swing jazz music. Last half of tape on side A. Oh, okay, there are sides. This is found along highway. So this is November 2nd, 1988. I like the gold on this tape too. It's quite nice. Are the tapes hard to turn? No, not really. No, they seem for the, you know what, honestly, for the age of these tapes and how long they've been sitting inside an abandoned building, they work pretty well. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm in 227 people. That's really, really awesome. Thank you so much for joining in and listening to these awful, terrifying tapes with me. But you listen as I slowly gain nightmares for tonight. It's really exciting. Okay.
Still left for me to do. This is Charlie Barnett and his band, the greatest in the land.
Sexy
and when
highway
you hear it,
music.
I know you'll have to give me a hand. Yes, you're my baby. You're my baby.
Oh. Someone just said, please tell me you got those 8mm tapes, or those films. I want those films so badly. Listen. Someone send me some way. I don't even know how to go about playing 9mm film. I have no idea. However, if someone does, and it's a cost-effective way, I would kill to get those reels and actually play them. Now that would be another really cool live stream, but, you know. So I think this one's just some sexy swing jazz. Winks at the men in the chat. Some sexy swing jazz for you ladies and gentlemen out there. Feel like a nighttime Manhattan radio host. Cats and Kittens. This is the late hour with Jake. This is quite nice. I mean, I'd listen to this normally. Oh, God. Mark, why? Or, Lily, why? That's awful. That's an awful thought. Oh, man. Do the cassettes have any mold on the tape? No, the tape themselves, I mean, they're in really good condition. They really are. Like, I know you can't really see that. Well, you kind of can. They're in really good condition. For how old they are, I mean, it's really good. I'm just going to try the other side. Try the other side. So that was apparently the sexy swing jazz.
He was the owner of Cobra Records at that point, and he decided that he wanted to market Buddy Guy as a singer. So Ike Turner played guitar on one track, and Otis Rush played guitar on the other two, and that's the only one that Buddy Guy played guitar on.
And he didn't feel he could market a singer.
Gordon's highway music taste was great. Shrimp.
Guitarist on his label, Magic Sam and Otis Rush. And maybe he didn't feel he needed another one, but he was very nervous, according to interviews, about the recording session. But it sounded okay.
Amazing.
Well, Cobra Records folded the next year because Eli Toscano drowned in Lake Michigan, and the record company folded, and he went, Buddy Guy. The Chess Records, and the record we're going to go to is a bit of a super session. In July of 1963, Chess put virtually all of its recorded talent in Big Bill's Copacabana, a nightclub in Chicago, and it's Buddy Guy with his band, and Muddy Waters is along, Howlin' Wolf, and Willie Dixon. And we'll hear all three of them on this first cut, Wee Wee Baby, and then we'll go to Buddy Guy, Don't Know Which Way to Go.
How about we just do a live stream where I destroy this cassette player? Okay, so that's, there's nothing really too interesting on this one then. The sexy swing jazz. I mean, I like the music just in general. That's quite nice, actually. So let's move on then. What else we got here? Oh my god. How the hell do you read that? Gordon recorded this side GE Stereo Ultrasonic BIOS June 15th night 1993. Interesting. This one should be good. Huh. Let's try this. I definitely haven't even heard a preview of this one, so this will be interesting. They are fun to unwind. They sure are. Cool. Yes, that would be fun. I need to make someone a moderator. So can someone trustworthy be a moderator? Where you know you can just allow some links and stuff, because I can't keep up with the chat. Detectomon. Sorry. Oh, really? That's cool. I'm gonna listen to more jazz for you, Gordon. Found along my way. Possibly. I think the tapes themselves were found along the highway. I really don't know what that means. I thought it was something different when we first found it, but I don't know. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. This one should be fascinating, or maybe not. We'll see.
Thursday night at the top of the Senate.
All right. I figured because it's saying Gordon recorded this. Interesting. There's nothing more on this tape? Damn, really? Just... oh, God. Oh, God. I hate that. It's awful. It's so frightening. It scares that. I never expect it. So let me try the other side, because it's going to be rewound. Oh, wait. No. What am I thinking? Let me go ahead forward a little bit in this tape. Yeah. Congrats, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Edmund Hall.
Oh.
To be featured with Papa Boo's Viking Jazz Band.
Papa Boo's?
December 6th, 1966. 2 months before Ed Hall died.
Oh, no! Oh, frick. My stream has encountered copyright. Damn it. Well, I think I lost I lost monetization on this stream, I think, because of the songs playing. Damn. I didn't even think I played that many recognizable songs. It's just generic jazz, isn't it? Oh, that sucks. Whatever. Sorry, everyone. Well, not sorry, everyone. Hopefully the stream is the stream is still up then. All right, everyone's good. because I just got a thing from YouTube saying your stream may be temporarily blocked due to wait, what is this? What does it exactly say? Heads up, we've detected copyright audio in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Damn it. Yeah, that sucks. Well, eBay for $30, really? Yeah, that sucks. Well, if you want to send me a super chat, you're more than welcome. That'll help with, expenses for all these videos. But if not, that's totally fine. I'd appreciate it. Wait, so what side is this? So this is the other side, opposite side. This cassette was... Oh, this is another Found Along Highway. These damn Found Along Highways. I don't know what that is, but I kind of like it. I kind of really like that song anyway. Todd Matcher, thank you very much for the $1. I really appreciate it. So that's that tape then. Nothing too interesting, just some more swinging jazz, and apparently one that got me copyright strikes. Damn it! I was really, really happy that the stream was going so well without a... Ooh, this one's bad. So this one said another Found Along Highway. Also, someone just pledged $1. I'm sorry, I didn't even get to you. Valerie Hamilton, thank you so much for the $1. Every little bit helps. I mean, the videos itself was crazy. Oh, the song is from Greece. Oh crap. Oh crap. Damn it. Actually, a funny thing about our original idea for this video. We were supposed to go at night. To this place. Mary Beth Dew, thank you so much for $5. We were supposed to go at night to this home, and we were supposed to film this place at night and listen to the tapes at night. But I'm not kidding. We were supposed to go, screw YouTube and the dumb copyright rules. Thank you, the White Rabbit for $2. I really appreciate it. We were supposed to go at night. And the only reason we didn't, we were supposed to go there at 3 in the morning. But I'm not kidding. In early April, the unprecedented snowstorm hit Mississauga and the Toronto area, and I couldn't take my car out. So we were completely stuck. It was awful. Tia Zell, how do I say that? Theta Cell. Zelly? Theta Zelly. Why can't I say names? Thank you so much for $2. I really appreciate it. Gordon's monetization revenge. Oh, man. You got it, Harvey Brooks. You shouldn't have any copyright issues. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It sucks, but whatever. It's the price of listening to tapes. It's a tape, music tapes, for one thing. All right, so let's go ahead with this one. Let's play this. Miss Starlight 893, thank you so much for $10. I really appreciate it. Just fast forward a little bit. My left ear has ascended. Go subscribe to Daddy Jake on Patreon. Who said that? Damn it, I lost it in the chat. Who said that? Is this Pink Floyd really? Boy, this is yeah, it's like otherworldly. It's like New World otherworldly ambient noise. Boy, that's creepy stuff. So this one says found along highway near town, possibly west near town, June 5th, 1995. And then it says sort of rock and roll, but not too bad. That's what it says. That's what it says. I'm sorry. I'll turn down the player. I can't really gauge the audio levels all that well. And the bass on this is like so let me try this side. Or should I? Is there gonna be side B? Let's try side B then.
But you know you've got nothing to talk about when nothing happened yesterday. And if I ever committed a murder, well, I think
This chat is so funny. Yeah, so that's just found along the highway. I'm not trying to get another copyright strike. Moving on. What do we got here? What the hell is this? What the... Oh, this is the one that I don't want to play just yet. I want to save that for later. Gordon, testing, condenser, microphone, main, Masonic follow-up. Oh, I'm sorry. What the... Can I read? Jeez. Sorry, that's a little loud. I love Gordon's music taste too. I mean, genuinely. Just considering to skip it. Yeah, I don't... Well, the stream I don't think I'm going to lose, but the monetization I definitely lost. So I'm making no money from the stream, which is fine, but if you want to send a super chat, as much appreciated. But you definitely do not have to... Ooh. This'll be interesting. Okay. This'll be interesting. So the first side says Gordon testing, condenser microphone, Masonic following, near end. So, do not know what that means. Don't know if I want to, but we're going to find out together, I guess. So let's try this. Masonic following could be... Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's true. Who said that? Cat Pictures Inc. Yes, you may be right.
Now I turned off the amplifier. Okay, I've got it straight through, and I'll switch on the amplifier now at 1/8 volume. It's at 1/8 volume, and I have the condenser microphone up my left ear. And I've got it at 1/4 volume, and now it's about 3/10 volume, 1/2 volume, about 6/10 volume, 3/4 volume, 7/8 volume, and full on volume. And that records.
Thank you, Cam Wow 13. My left ear is happier now. I must go. Thanks. Thank you very much for watching. Is there a bomb detonating? Mandy, you said how do we donate to you just to make sure it goes to you? I'm pretty sure the chat or the funds from this will go directly to me. However, if you want to pledge or something and actually get perks or something, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/brightsomefilms. That really does help, and that all that money now is going directly towards the documentary, which I will talk about eventually. Anyway, back to this.
Okay, this is how it should have been yesterday. If I'd taken this along in a little screwdriver, I might got working up there. Your records, Sony set record very well in it. I'll sit down here in the heater on my plywood cover until I will see how it works. Okay, the preamplifier is turned on now. Wonder how it's recording. Okay, the preamplifier is turned on but set at 1/4 volume. Okay, the amplifier.
Sorry, Typical's 90 Gamer. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be taken from the chat or not. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if super chats will be taken if the stream is demonetized. I'm not sure what the monetization status is right now with the stream. I'm assuming it's gone because the stream was striked, so I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. So, yeah, whatever. Fast forward it. Still that. What the hell?
This is leading to the mark of the beast prophesied in the Bible. I turned on the preamplifier and it's set at 1/4 volume. Wonder how it records. Turn off the preamplifier. Starting with the built-in condenser mic on the Jetson record. Wonder how come this Sony cassette records very good in this, but it won't record good in the culture one. Okay, I've got the homemade condenser microphone up my left ear. I wonder how this is recording. I'm laying here on the alcove bed. It's Wednesday night, and you take 13. Well, this is Thursday night. It's 7:31. I'm laying here in the alcove bed. I wonder how this is recording. I've got the homemade condenser microphone up my left ear. Okay, I'm ready. How it's recording.
This is so weird to hear his voice. Damn recorder, man.
I've got it stuck back up in my left ear, but not the accordion draper on my earlobe. I wonder if it's working okay. I'll move there.
This stupid thing was $65 or some shit. What the hell? Jensen. Lefty or Gordon knows we're listening. Gordon equals God. Ugh, the It sounded like the
Okay, how's it working? I'm on the straight through. Okay, I'll turn the amplifier down to 1/4. I'll turn on the amplifier. How's that recording? Now I'll turn about 1/2. Now it's 3/4. Now it's full. Now I'll turn off the amplifier. Okay, it's just straight through, no amplifier. How's it working? I'll hold on to the braid here.
So it sounds like I fucking hate this thing. It sounds like he's testing a condenser microphone that he built. It sounds like a homemade condenser microphone is what he said. So it sounds like Gordon here is testing the microphone himself on this tape.
Okay, I've got to just plug in straight to the recorder now. No.
Oh, this damn thing.
Pre-amplifier and patch cord it all. And I wonder how this records. I've got the homemade condenser microphone up my left ear.
What is that noise? Do you guys hear it in the background? It's some noise. It's like it sounds like birds or mice or something. Do you guys hear that? Listen.
Got my cap here. Parka. Okay, all right. No, don't come with me. That's right. See, this is the way I should have been that day. It looks like it's been raining. Oh, I guess it's been raining. So, see, I should have just rigged up like this when I was going out here. And when I saw them at that gate, and possibly even opening it up and driving in, and I remember I thought to myself, oh, it's those guys. Well, I was apprehensive. Because, see, first of all, I never phoned up and requested them come paint it. Secondly, I tried to ward them off.
It sounds like a
Thirdly,
coffee.
I didn't, I thought it might be, they might not come for several weeks. It never dawned on me to show up about 3 days. I wasn't wanting the barn painted in the spring. I almost wish now I'd never phoned up then. I wish I'd have just waited until... If I'd have known about this lopsinger painting, I would have phoned up there.
Yeah. Who's he talking to?
Got their advice, which I eventually did. But see, I didn't know about this until I saw an ad in the paper. These are so funny. Oh, Mrs. Chris, I really love you, dear boy. You want to have a Pepsi? Want to have a Pepsi, dear old lady? Hmm? There we go, Mrs. Chris. Now we chat up, dear lady. Mm-hmm. Hello, Dougie. How are y'all doing? All feel okay? Mm-hmm. Well, it's been another day, huh? Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mrs. Coates. There you go, right here, lady. Mm-hmm. Some more bed food, dear, eh? Hello, Dougie. How are you, huh? You love me? And Aunt Judy at the bank would like to see you? Hmm? Oh, Mr. Dougie, you want to go in now, dear lady? I'll get this out of here first. Okay, I'll take the screen out and close the upper half of the door up.
So, just to describe, if those of you who can't hear something, it sounds like what he was doing, he's walking around with this condenser microphone on his left ear, and he's talking to himself, and it sounds like he walked into a barn. Like, you could hear the second where he just walks into a barn, and there's all these noises, and he's talking to the dogs. He's like, hello, doggies. Or duckies, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it is ducks. Interesting, because there's some quite the evidence to think that he was quite obsessed with ducks specifically. Interesting, huh? But it sounds like he walked into a barn and he's talking to all these animals. God. All right, let's keep going.
There's something funny going on. You're dropping him, Mrs. Goose. That's your lady. I'm giving Mrs. Goose some bread here. Real thick sliced bread. Sure, Dad. Well, let's see here. Get this door closed up now. And, hey, this is the way I should have had this hidden under you last spring, on April 22nd. Good night, Orby Gander and Mrs. Samantha, Mrs. Chicken. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I'll sit down here and listen to this and see how it records. Okay, I'm recording. Is it working okay? Okay, I'll get Mrs. Dougie now and take her in the house. I'll get you now, Mrs. Dougie. I'll take you in. Harvey's waiting for you. Have a good day, Mrs. Dougie, huh? Hey, Duck. That's the best, Dougie, well, doesn't this work here? What's wrong with it?
Ryan, I prefer the jazz music.
Wrong with it again? Is it broken loose or not? Or is it okay?
Yeah. Sounds like dementia. That's what someone just said in the chat.
And condenser microphone work? Okay, here, this is working. Is it recording okay now? Okay, I'm recording. I've got the homemade condenser microphone up in my left ear, and I wonder how this is recording. I hold on to the braid now to see if it's okay. I wonder how it records. This is the last day of December 1994. It's December 31st. The time is 6:43 p.m. It's Saturday night. Saturday evening. Okay, I'm just making a test here on the Journal Electric AM, FM. uses ultrasonic bias on this here Sony cassette tape. See how it records.
The Muslim hordes were coming across northwestern Africa and went into Morocco, converting to Islam by the sword. You either bowed to Allah or died. They went into the city of Fez, which was a Christian city, and demanded the entire city bow to Allah.
Wait, hang on. Okay. Before we get into the next half of this tape, whatever the hell that is, I'm pretty sure actually that's like the Zernoscopy guys. It's responsible for World War III. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, God, I hate shit like that. Okay, so what the hell? What did we just listen to? So he is talking to animals. He is going into a barn, it almost sounded like, and he's going into a barn, and wasn't that his brother? I don't know, is it? Some X-Files shit. It's Jake, there's someone in the chat who is Gordon's family. Who is that? I don't believe it. I need some proof. Or reach out to me. I don't know. I don't believe it. Because it's got to be a small family. I mean, I don't know. But so that's very odd. Well, I mean, that kind of makes it a little more frightening. In that tape, you hear him laughing and calling his animals by their names that he'd given them, all while he has photographs of these animals mutilated, which, that's weird. This is so weird. It's so weird to hear him laugh and, just casually chat to his animals. Boy, ugh. That's, all right. That's something. Let's continue with this tape then.
And the Muslim butchers killed 45 to 50,000 Christian martyrs, took their white caps and dipped them into the blood of the dying and dead Christians, and considered it a badge of honor for having slain a Christian martyr who would not bow to Allah. And that's where it got its name, the Fez, and it comes from the city of Fez. And I said, God must look down upon you who claim to be a Christian and weep in anguish just to look at you, to defile him so badly. And this man ran down the street like he had the devils of hell chasing after him.
Pleased to meet you.
Lock up your daughters and your sons. What you're about to hear may disturb, may alarm, may frighten, certainly will shock. The end of time is nigh. The book is The Seal of the End Times, and the cover says it all in bold red print at the bottom, warning, a red alert for America and Canada. We're going to find out tonight who the Antichrist may or may not be, and we'll even find out if perhaps you've got a little bit of the devil in you. And I don't mean that in a nice way. We're going to do your numbers. Joining me on the line is the author of the book and a man who has spent what seemed to be countless hours and perhaps the bulk of his life, his adult life, studying this phenomenon and what was presaged by the scriptures and so on and so forth. And he's put together the seal of the end times. Even made a seal. He's with us from Somerville, New Jersey. Nils Hammerin, nice to have you join us.
Hello there, John. Nice to be on your show.
Yeah. The end is nigh.
The end is very close.
As I was joking before, did I goof by taking out and locking in a 5-year RRSP?
No.
Oh, okay, so we still got 5 years.
You have some time, but it depends how you're going to be living and surviving during that time. I do have some recommendations of what to do, but I find that people are loaded with inertia. They like things the way they are, and they're not ready for change.
So we must change.
We're going to change quickly.
To welcome the end times.
That's right.
By the way, the book is The Seal of the End Times. What is meant by the seal?
The seal of the end times refers to the fact that the Bible actually is a sealed book. And at one point in my life, after I had studied the prophecies for something like 40 years, the seal actually was lifted. And when the seal was lifted, then I finally did understand what the prophecies actually meant.
How does what you do differ from, prophecies in the scripture and, what has been presaged and, people talking in Revelations about this apocalyptic vision, things like that? How is yours different?
Well, there are a lot of differences, and I have to say that I believed a lot of the mainstream concepts myself, even after 40 years of study. It is very difficult to show people how you bridge the gap in knowledge between a sealed Bible and an unsealed Bible, but it involves actually beginning to see the time frame occurring in front of you. One word that we have to learn if we're going to know what is going on right now, we have to learn a Hebrew word, just one Hebrew word, which is called Shabuah. Now, that word refers to a block of prophecy time. It's always the same number of years, but it varies in the number of days. That's always 7 years long. And prophecy, when it is active and is running, it's based on Shabuahs. It just goes tick, 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 just like a clock, and you have one Shabuah after the other, each fulfilling some part of prophecy.
Cycles.
Now, our recent clock began ticking on December 11th, 1917. That was the beginning of the first recent Shabuah. There were other Shabuahs prior to it, but we're going to make things simple.
Okay, and we're talking now about, let's call it contemporary history.
Yes.
Yeah, and the countdown clock.
Well, we have, strangely enough, as each Shabuah goes by, I've given them numbers so that we can refer to them quickly. We are now in the 11th Shabuah, and it is about to end. It ends this fall. Now, when it ends, unfortunately, it is, of course, a very bad time on my chart. It shows up as being a nuclear war. This is going to influence Canada, the U.S., and Russia.
We're looking at the fall of 94.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a very bad time. I call it a time of danger or a zone of danger, 4 months long. When I was going through the lifting of the seal, I was actually given an actual date when it would occur, but I was told not to publish the date because I'm not a prophet. That sort of surprised me because I have so much information which is different than what most people have, and I figured that in the stupidity that I was wallowing in, that I must be a prophet if I know all these things, but,
yeah, but
it's just not the case.
Well, maybe nobody's willing to ascribe that to you, but I mean, so what? What do they know? You know the stuff.
It says, believe it or not, it says in the Bible that after the passing of John the Baptist, there would be no more prophets. That's why I was not aware of that verse. And that's why it is. There are no true prophets today except false prophets.
All right. So you didn't want to be confused with these guys.
That's correct.
But to get back to your problems, or...
Well, guys, it seems as though the world was going to end in 1994. I'm not going to get into this religion or anything, but this is utter fucking nonsense. Who in the hell is listening to these assholes and thinking, oh, they're pillars of wisdom? Oh my God, fuck off. The world's supposed to end in 1994. Nuclear war, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Nothing. I'm not even going to go into it, but I think all of you in the chat, all of you watching, are intelligent enough to understand how utterly ridiculous this fucking... God. Awful.
Problems if the end is nigh and we're in the 11th Shabuah, because I noticed in your chart that came with the book, 11 is the nuclear holocaust, which is coming in the fall of 94.
Yes.
So you can scrap those plans for Argo season's tickets, friends. And the 12th one heralds the arrival of Jesus.
It would be at the end.
At the end, and the kingdom is nigh.
Yes.
Yeah, and that doesn't look like... Well, that's the year 2001.
That would be 2001, late in, probably in December. Now, that's, in other words, the strange thing about the Bible is that it does not hesitate to use people that are involved with the occult or on Satan's side to help Christians. Now, in this case, what the Bible is showing us is that the final Antichrist, this is going to be the fourth Antichrist, he actually is a clock. When we watch him do something, we know exactly what day it is in the Shabuah. When he actually signs a peace pact with Israel, a very powerful and very well-meant and well-written peace document that will actually work with Israel, when he signs that, that's day one of his regime.
Wow, because you know all this stuff is starting to transpire on a global scale, right on the stage.
Yeah.
Of global politics. All right, and Armageddon and all of these things. Now, where to go with this? Because you say that would be the fourth Antichrist. The others that you mention in here on your chart include Hitler and Stalin.
Yes.
You wouldn't get much disagreement there.
Okay, they were actually in fulfillment of Seal 1 and Seal 2.
Yeah.
They're found in the 6th chapter of Revelation, and each guy was given 7 years, one Shabuah. Every Antichrist has one Shabuah.
Okay, you got Hitler, Stalin. Who's the other guy pictured here?
All right, we don't mention his name. You can find out who he is by reading his description in Revelation 6:5-6. The reason for it is that we have received threats here because he's an active Antichrist. He is also a terrorist, and he runs terrorist organizations worldwide, and they are existent in the United States and in Canada. This gentleman is to be watched, and he has not finished his work. He will actually become very, very responsible for World War III.
It's not Shiranovsky, is it?
No, it's not Zhirinovsky, believe it or not. Zhirinovsky will be playing a part, but he is not actually an Antichrist. He's not the one. In fact, we have confirmation of the fact that this gentleman I'm thinking of is the Antichrist because his occult number is the same as his verse numbers.
Ooh.
In other words, the Bible is saying to us, his occult number is 656, and his verses are chapter 6, verse 5 and 6.
The dark side of Freemasonry, and Nils Hammerin with a certain insight to the end times. You know, you may laugh. Nils warned us the end was coming, and now it's here. That's our show. We hope you've enjoyed highlights of the John Oakley Show for 1994. My thanks to producer Richard Serrett and all who participated throughout the year. We look forward to your patronage.
I'm sorry, what? Richard Serra? Rick? From Another Dirty Room? Rick Serra? All right, I'm sorry for going on this so long. This stuff's really interesting to me, though. I mean, how could someone be that fucking crazy? Oh my god, this is like I don't know what you'd call it. I don't want to say something offensive, but I mean, this is like really right-wing Christian, like hardcore Christian stuff. Utter nonsense. It's fucking awful. I hate stuff like this. Oh yeah, Masonic following. Now I understand what it means. Gotcha. Okay, well that's that tape. Let's go ahead and so we'll just skip the cassette was Along Highway. Okay, so cassette's Along Highway we'll just put over to the side. The Radio Shack one. Music along what? Labels. This cassette was Found Along Highway. That's not good. This is the air. So this is the explosion. There's a lot of words on this. So this is actually the Air India tape. The 747 Air India crash. So let's take a listen to this one. Well, we won't spend too much time on this. We won't spend too much time on this one because it's just gonna be a newscast.
They all relate that same thing. We were praying for you nonstop, and praise the Lord, he answered our prayers. And, of course, we say amen to that.
Captain Testrake then went in the house to see his ailing mother. He flies to New York on Monday for a debriefing with TWA officials. A leader of the Shiite Amal militia with...
Wait, TWA officials? TWA? I know about them. Also, this is... whatever. Well, it is, but... Gordon is D.B. Cooper. You're probably right. Yes, this is also a Christian... It sounds like this newscast is coming from a Christian news source. So let's keep listening.
And, of course, we say amen to that.
Captain Testrake then went in the house to see his ailing mother. He flies to New York on Monday for a debriefing with TWA officials. A leader of the Shiite Amal militia, which held Testrake and the 38 others, says his group does not know who hijacked Flight 847 last month. The spokesman also says Amal is not against putting the hijackers on trial. Meanwhile, a caller claiming to represent the Islamic Holy War told the Beirut news agency that his group will reject any Syrian effort to mediate the release of the 7 Americans still being held in Lebanon. The anonymous caller said the hostages will be freed only if and when the kidnappers decide to let them go. Back in western New York, a 24-hour prayer service for the 7 Americans still being held is winding down tonight in Niagara Falls. The First Presbyterian Church is decked with yellow ribbons and 7 American flags, and inside the church there's a bouquet of flowers for each hostage.
People's minds that these 7 are still there.
So it just sounds like a Christian newscast. Interesting. Air India. So this is TWA though. That's it's dating this to the 80s or 90s. We'll move on. I don't want to make this stream too long. We're going on 2 hours already. What do we got here? So this is Sam Wolf crashed. This is another plane crash one. We won't even. Yeah. Yeah, let's just try this one quickly. Because this one says 1949, which may be interesting.
And the rumor was at the time they were hauling a flying saucer somewhere from the southwest. Now, I've never talked to Mr. Wolf before. I mean, you all know that. And it just, in fact, I think I need to refer to that case in my book about this being hauled.
I have no idea what this is.
Engine or the motor front part, which is hauling the other section. Now, that is rather interesting.
This one's almost like uncomprehendable. Incomprehensible, uncomprehendable. I don't know. I'm piling up the tapes out of camera here. It's quite crazy. So what do we got here? Gordon recording out something barn pond in the evening of July 10th, 1998. Oh, this is the mouse. Uh-oh. Miniature mouse stuck on sticky pad, July 17th, 1998. So I haven't heard any more of this mouse tape. So we're going to listen to it. This one's going to be frightening, I think. I do not like this tape at all. It's... this is... Why would you record that? But that's bizarre. Oops, that's rewind. Yeah, that's bizarre. Oh, sorry. Ugh. Doesn't sound like there's anything else. Well, I don't know about that one. That is bizarre. Yeah, I don't know about that. That is that's a weird one. Gordon recording out on barn evening of July. So this is the last last year that we could find, 1998. So that's that one. And then these two I don't think are anything really that special. Gordon something, Rachel Gordon. I don't know. We're getting pretty late on this stream. I think we should call it a night. Oh crap. All right, we got to do this one because this one sounds terrifying. This one sounds quite terrifying. So this one is Odell Moore UFO sighting and landing Route 86, Pathville, Ohio, I think. Old from Real Played. I can't read the rest of that. Here you go. So let's try this. Yeah. UFO sighting. Let's try this. This does not sound fun. Also, this, it says fantastic sound. Let's try this. We have one more, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to close up shop for the evening. But let's try this. UFO.
The private UFO researcher's work or hobby is and has been a thankless and fruitless one. Thus far, no one has been able to satisfactorily explain the presence of UFOs or flying saucers. Despite my own 10 years compilation of all that has come to hand, I must admit that I am no more advanced than at the beginning. However, I can only say for certain that these phenomena, something has been seen. A purely psychological explanation is ruled out. The Olden Moor sighting of a UFO landing November the 6th, 1957, near Huntsburg in Montville, Ohio, is one of many sightings that rule out the psychological explanation. The factual UFO investigator is between the proverbial devil and the deep blue sea. On the one hand is the government brass, now practically insisting that flying saucers or UFOs do not exist. And on the other side, we find the psychic, cultic characters solemnly chanting that UFOs are God sent from heaven to save us from our self-imposed atomic sins. To not join one side or the other is to be condemned as some sort of heretic by either the devil in brass or the cultic, deep blue seafaring ones. The cultic groups gain their strength, it seems, from stories of alleged meetings and or rides with spacemen coming here in flying saucers. These meetings are physical, so the fiction relates, and thousands of neurotic people swallow the entire phantasmagoria after spending hundreds of thousands of dollars buying books and attending lectures to hear more and more of this planned, profitable, emotionally charged propaganda. Our government assumes a most unusual attitude in this matter. First, it assures us by inference and innuendo that flying saucers do not exist. But secondly, it stands idly by and permits certain cultic flying saucer groups to use the mails to defraud or confuse the American people.
Defraud the American people.
Liaison Director of the Air Force wrote to my representative, Honorable J. Harry McGregor, May 1956, quote, "You may be assured that the Air Force shall continue to study, analyze, and present to the public full facts on the subject," unquote. He wrote, friends, this letter to General wrote this letter to my deceased congressman, as I had, that is, he's now deceased, as I had tried to secure the truth concerning the UFOs through him. It should be noted in the letter that here is evidence that something needs study and analysis. This part of the letter is true. The latter promise, to present full facts to the public, is subject to rebuttal and questioning, if not complete refutation. This tape is primarily devoted to reporting that the Air Force will not, as of today, present to the public full facts on the subject. The study has taken over a year's research. Certainly it is not completed, and it cannot be until freedom-loving Americans with their congressmen break the Pentagonian walls of silence and bring truth from out its iron dictatorship. The study will concern one Olden Moore, who saw a UFO land, and his wife reported this to the local officials. A civilian defense meeting was soon held after proper officials found unmistakable evidence that a physical craft did land as Olden Moore stated. I was able to secure the civilian defense report. Let me read it to you in part. Quote, UFO interview at Chardon, Ohio.
Okay. Well, that's, well, this tape was preserved in beautiful condition. Boy, that's creepy. It's just creepy stuff. Yeah, this is, I don't know. It's UFO stuff. Uh-oh. How do you close tapes these days? Is it the wrong way? That is the wrong way. I should have known that. Yeah, that's, so that's UFO stuff. I don't like that. And then this, what is this one? Nothing to, oops. Nothing. God. Forget it. I'm getting tired. Tired out. I've been doing this for over 2 hours. Sorry I haven't been reading the chat, everyone. This was the last one that I believe I think we did record this in the video itself. I believe Brendan was saying it's Nicole DeRosal saying hello to Gordon, April 1984. So let's try this one. Let's rewind it all the way back. Yeah, sorry I've been looking at the chat. I've been focusing in on this damn UFO thing. Yeah, I don't, no one's reporting that. I'm not, these tapes will be returned, and I don't think anyone really cares about an old barn house. I'll be honest. They got bigger fish to fry. Tired Jake. It's almost 1:30 a.m. I'm sorry, Mark. Why am I keeping you up? Why are you listening to this at 1:30 in the morning? This, it's nice to actually listen to these with people, or not people, but, you know, everyone watching along with me. It lessens the blow of how creepy these things are. And we're out of tapes, by the way. That's it. We completed them. So we got the last one here. It's rewind. Well, almost rewind all the way to the why did I stop it? Almost done. And then this is it. We've listened to all the tapes that we acquired. God. Ugh. Abandoned, forgotten neon. Don't say that. It's terrifying. It's a terrifying thought. When was the UFO recording taken? That's a good question. I don't believe there is a date on this, actually. There's not. Oh, wait. No. No, there's no date. Recorded from reel tape played on Philips Stereo GE Stereo AM FM. So, I don't know. How much tape is this actually... Whoops. How much tape is this actually going? Yeah, I know. Okay, so that should be it. So let's try this tape. This is the last tape. This is the one that we played in the video. This is where Gordon is talking to someone. I don't know. Let's take a listen.
Okay, does this work on the carbon microphone? Does the built-in condenser microphone work? I'm talking very close to it.
We'll play some smooth jazz.
Okay, I'm
That's right,
talking
Mark.
close to the carbon microphone. Does it work here? I'll just turn down the volume here. Okay, it's at 1 amp. Oh, it's low now. How's it recording? I'll go to the condenser microphone. I'm on condenser microphone now. How's it record? Calling CQ on a 75 meter amp band. I'm talking in the D104 carbon microphone. How are you doing in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? WHVPUN? People understand nothing? How's Stephen doing? How's the Spectre doing? Where was Maryland? Did you get my Christmas gift, $50 American money? Did you have a good Christmas dinner?
Yeah, good Christmas dinner. Boy, that was a weird one. Did you have a good Christmas dinner, honey? And then it cut. He said over and out.
Using the G104 condenser microphone. This is Tuesday. Engagement. Maybe it makes a little more sense. 21st, 1997. It's a sunny, calm day.
Oh, this is the one from the video.
Frigid cold out, but very calm and nice. And
Gonna jack up
this
the side
morning I
of the
worked
car.
on the car, jacked up the
Left side
wheel. That'd be like the passenger side front.
Okay, so we've listened to this already in the main video itself.
Button unit to go background. And the condenser microphone gets its audio through a hole in the top of the back end of it there. And I'm listening to subpowered radio here. I wonder how this is doing. This is January 21st, Tuesday, 1997.
I've listened to that so many times. So is there anything else on this tape then that we haven't heard already?
To a shielded wire to a miniature plug.
Whoa, wait, what?
So, come again. The pain neck. Next time I'll try and get a proper screw-on thing to match that, an inline fitting, you know, that'll go to a shielded wire to a miniature plug. Right now I'm having to clip onto the. I actually added solder there. Before it was impossible to clip onto anything, so I added some solder so I could get get something to clip onto. So I'll just test this. I'm using the D104 condenser microphone. The lightning diode's on there. I'm talking about 14 inches away from it. I wonder how this sounds.
Go ahead a little bit.
2 p.m., maybe? 4 after 3, yeah? I think it's 4 after 3. 3:15 p.m. It's been sunny today. Calm. Just about no wind at all, but frigid cold. So it's not melting weather at all. So I'll test this and see how it sounds.
Yeah, he must have been very smart building his own condenser microphones. My God. So weird, though. Oh. Doesn't sound like anything. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yep. That sounds like about it, folks. Let's play ourselves out with some sexy jazz. I think that's it, though. It's yeah, I don't know. This was yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, I don't. Side A. We were playing side A. Side A. It says Nicole D'Orsol saying hello to Gordon. Huh. I don't know. That's about it, I guess. Let's find that tape. I got a bunch of tapes here now. Where's the sexy jazz one? Sexy jazz. That's not sexy jazz. Sexy jazz is over here, I think. Swing music. I like some good swing music, too. Sexy swing. Sexy swing jazz. Well, that was pretty cool, everyone. I'm gonna pack these up, and like I said, they are going to be returned. I'm not joking about that. That's not, just me saying that or anything. I'm not being one of those people. I'm genuinely intending on returning these tapes, as I care very much about, where I care very much about the property and everything else, and that's why I don't want to give out the location, as many of you may know. And once it's out there, it's it's gonna lose. It's potentially gonna be destroyed, and we don't want that. Clearly, people have been visiting it. I think the whole story on this is pretty crazy. I find it a lot very interesting. We're almost going on. We're 2.5 hours. A lot of people have been watching this whole time, and I mean, really, thank you so much. But yeah, I mean the whole Gordon thing. I mean, this listening to the full tapes from that home, it's crazy to think that. Well, I mean, it's cool to preserve. The main thing is to preserve history, right? And to actually take these here and listen to them and start where they were last stopped, which, who knows, could have been the 80s, 90s, and it was the last time that Gordon listened to them, or whoever listened to them. And these probably would have never been listened to again. So in that sense, it's in that sense, it's quite nice. Here's some sexy swing jazz. Thank you all so much for listening to the stream. It's been a ride. what's the documentary about that I mentioned earlier? I can't read the name. I'm so sorry. But that's gonna come soon. We're still working on the details for that. But it's gonna be a big crazy project. This is what I intend to do is a feature-length documentary. So if you want to help out, and this is preliminary, but if you want to help out, head over to Patreon. You'll know what it is right from there if you pledge. But that's about it. That's jeez, we listened to all these tapes. I mean, look at all these. That's a lot of tapes, man. I'll stack them up. Or maybe I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. Why not? I intend to completely destroy this stupid tape player. It worked for 10 days, and now it's completely dead. I didn't know you could stack tapes like this. This is quite nice. We're living in the 80s now, ladies and gentlemen. I think tapes are way better than CDs, too, don't you? I hope everyone's had a fun time listening to my rambles and outrage by that stupid, crazy, conspiracy theorist people. Zernoskis is gonna be responsible for World War II. Jeez. So, this is quite relaxing. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. So that's about it. I didn't even crack these ones open, but I don't think we need to. I think we've done enough. So that's all the tapes. These are all there's my stack of tapes. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'll read some of your super chats right now, or I'll read some of your normal chats right now while we play us out. Tina, enjoy the 80s. The world will end in 1994. Mark saying, I think Gordon used... Oh, geez. I think Gordon used a D100 CB to transmit the amp. Yeah. I mean, that's... it's pretty interesting how all of these... And I'm always going to find that interesting because all of these tapes would have been lost otherwise. And that's the really cool part about the stream and the really cool part about this video if you're watching, as a rerun or something. That's a lot of tapes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 tapes that we had. We got a lot covered today, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, yeah. Now, well, some of them we flipped over, so yeah, kind of almost, double that. How many tapes are there? I forget the number already. I just said it 20 seconds ago. God. But yeah, it's really cool. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was actually genuinely a lot of fun, interacting with everyone and talking about it. And like I said at the beginning, thanks, Jake. Will you ever stream again? 18SS. Yeah, definitely. Definitely we will. We intend to do, I intend to do a lot of stuff, later on. I intend to do a lot of stuff. The documentary, Norweg, I love that name. Can you share a bit more about the documentary? Thanks, Hans Limberg. Will you digitize the tapes and put them online? Eventually, yes. I'm gonna get one of those tape recorders that will actually digitize the recordings themselves. But the documentary I intend to do, it's going to be a feature-length documentary. This is a high-budget production. I intend to make this as professional as possible. It is something that I've been working on for over a year now, and we just got the permits done, and we're ready to go. So I'm excited to do that later this year. It's going to be a big production. It's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm not going to be crowdfunding it, which is something that I've been very vocal, or not vocal, but very sturdy about. I don't want to use like GoFundMe or something. I don't want people to depend on me to deliver something that I'm scared I might not deliver on it. But more information will come with that later in the year. We're going to start shooting around the October area. So more stuff will come up. If you want early preliminary details about what we're doing, then that'll be on Patreon right now, actually, where we talk a little bit about what's happening. But more details will come. It's going to be it's going to be a topic that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. A lot of people who like this channel are going to be very interested in. So I think it's gonna, I think a lot of people are gonna like it. So yeah, thanks, Jake. Enjoy your sexy swing jazz. Thank you, Savannah Urbex. Savannah Urbex? Wait, are you Urbex in Savannah? Because I want to go back to Savannah, Savannah, Georgia. And yeah. Ooh. Very nice. Ooh. Boy, I'd love to get that 8mm tape and live stream the video footage. That would be really cool. But yeah. I will take that typical 90s gamer though. I will definitely take that advice. This is so nice. Anyway though, guys, I really do appreciate all of you watching. It's been a really fun stream, really interesting listening to all these tapes and further going into the history and the mystery behind this place. I mean, one of the weirdest things was hearing him go into the barn and talk to all the animals. And like I said from the beginning, it's very important to me that we remember that he is possibly still alive and he may still have a family. These tapes will definitely be returned. And that's not really that's not a legal thing for me to say. It genuinely is something I want to do. And for him, I it's out of respect, I would like to say that he is still alive. So keep that in mind when you're forming your opinions about a person. But I mean, I will be honest, a lot of the things about that home and about that person are very bizarre. Some of the things, like, I hear people theorizing, like, the animals in the collages, they could have been for tax, or not, for insurance purposes if they were killed and then, an animal took them or something. But the thing is, creepy tapes, no, go clear your ears with rubbing alcohol. I will, Belby. What the hell was I just saying? I completely forgot. Oh, no, but the animals, I mean, there's pictures of animals that are propped up, like, to a porcelain one. So it's very unexplainable. I mean, something was clearly very wrong with him. And I don't think that should be judged. I don't want to call him, a maniac or a serial killer or something, but it definitely is strange and bizarre and, creepy behavior. It's creepy things to find in an abandoned home. It's things that are unsettling and very mysterious. The home itself, I mean, why is there 12 beds in there? Why was the power cut and the lawn was still being mowed? I mean, why is there writing on the exterior of the house? It is just so creepy and bizarre, and it's just so weird. Hey, Daddy Jake, god damn it, it's back after so long. It's been so long since I've done a live stream. It's really genuinely fun. I got a ton more stuff to talk about, and I don't know, I have so much fun on these. It just gives you a lot of joy, so stay tuned for a lot more stuff that's coming up. We got a ton of stuff planned, like road trips and more abandoned explorations, and it's what makes it worse is how the affection he sounded towards those tapes. I know it's bizarre. It's really interesting to hear. You're listening to something that no one has ever heard of from the the 80s and 90s. It's just so weird. But that's it for me, guys. I'll stop rambling. I've just had so much fun. I hope you guys have too. This has been a long stream, but I appreciate all of you watching and chatting in. The CEO of the world, do you remember me from my Zellers comment by any chance? If you're suggesting Zellers for Abandon, that will definitely be coming, for sure. Something really old school, Jake playing GTA 5 on a video. Oh man, we should do a live stream of that one. Just do some Twitch gaming live streams on here, huh? Thank you so much, Jody. Have a great night. This was fun and interesting. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing this with us. Of course, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all of your comments and theories and everything else you guys have been interacting. It's been really fun. Join me on Twitter or Snapchat. And yeah, we'll all talk soon. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Jake. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.